Welcome to the walkthrough of the Money Jar system by Logisparks. In this Notion template, we will be going over these sections. First will be the overview of the system, which is the Money Jars by Harv Eker, and then the layout of this template. Next, we will be talking about the sections of the template, which are the income, expenses, generating views, cash flow analytics, and the transactions review. Let's start with the overview of the system that we're using on this template. We are using the Money Jar system by Harv Eker, which is basically you split your money up into 6 different accounts and you have percentages of your money put into each account. The Money Jar system is a money management tool where you have 6 jars. The 6 jars are first, the necessity jar, which is accountable for managing your everyday expenses and bills. Basically, it includes anything that you need to live, the necessities. Second will be your play jar, which is money spent every month on purchases you would normally make. The purpose of this jar is to nurture yourself. So play can be anything your heart desires. You can use this to get massages, get dinners, or even a weekend getaway. The third jar is the financial freedom jar, or the FFA. This is your golden goose. This jar is your ticket to financial freedom, and this money that you put into the jar is used for investments and building your passive income streams. You never spend this money. The only time you would spend this money is once you become financially free. The fourth jar is the education jar. This is where money is meant to further your education and personal growth. An investment in yourself is a great way to use your money. You are your most valuable asset, and never forget this. Money in this jar can be used to purchase books, courses, webinars, seminars, or anything else that has educational value. The fifth jar is the LTS jar, or the long-term saving for spending account. Money in this jar is for bigger, nice-to-have purchases. It's different from your play jar. Use the money for your LTS for vacations, extravaganzas, a big TV, or a new computer, or even for your child's education. A small money contribution can go a long way, and you may have more than one LTS jar. If you have more than one LTS, divide the 10% between the jars according to your priority. The last jar is the give jar, wherein money for this is for giving away. Use the money in this jar to give to your family or to your friends, or to give gifts on their birthdays or even on special occasions and holidays. You can also give this money to specific charities that you support or even in your community. Now for the layout of your dashboard. Once you open your Money Jars template, you will see the navigations bar on the top left corner of the template, as you can see here, where it has Money Jars, cash flow analytics, transactions review, and databases. We will cover all of that later on this video. Next, you will also see your jars section, where you can see all of the totals of your 6 jars. Underneath that is your income sections, and then your expenses sections on the bottom of the page. Now let's go over the income section. Here you can input your income amount, and this new default income will be divided amongst your jars based on this default percentage. The default percentages here is 50% for your necessities jar, and then the rest will be 10%. As a sample, for the month of August, we put $1,000 on the income, and then as you can see, it automatically adds up to your jars on the jar sections above. Now, if you'd like a different allocation of percentages for your money jars, you can definitely do so. Do this by clicking the drop-down button next on the new button here, and then click the new custom income. To edit this new custom income, you can just click the edit button just next to set as default. Now here you can set the percentages of your jars. Now since it's the new default allocation of your income section, clicking this new button here will show different percentages from the previous income that you've set. Now, putting a new amount of $1,000 here, you will see that your money jars above will also have a new total. This is based from the new percentages allocated on this custom income. Moving over to the expenses section, you will see that there are multiple tabs here, and they are representative of the different jars that we just explained. To add your expense, first choose which jar you would like to put it in. Let's say you will put an expense amount under your gift jar, so click the gift jar tab, click new. You can also change the description to donation, putting in the amount of $100 as your expense. By doing this, you can now see the changes in your gift jar. And this happens for every jar and every tab for the expenses section. Now let's say August has already ended. You can now delete these income section and expenses section on your dashboard. And no worries, you are not deleting any databases. These are just views. Now that it's September, you can now go over to the templates menu here on the side by dragging the Generate September view on your dashboard, clicking the button, and then putting it back in the Generate View section. Now you have a clean view of the September month. Now going over to the cash flow analytics, you will see the summary of your cash flow for the year. Here you can see all of the month's income and expenses, and also the formula for your cash flow, which is income minus expenses. The status here will be blue if you have a positive cash flow, and orange if it's a negative cash flow. Additionally, there's the expenses by jar where you can see the detailed amounts that have been put to every money jars that you have per month. Lastly, we have the transactions review where you can see the detailed transactions that you've made for the past month, which is for your income, then the latest transactions for your expenses this past week. Lastly, the historical transactions that you have for your income and expenses over here. This is a much more detailed view of your money jars. Under the historical section, these are grouped per month, and you can change the sorting of this from ascending or even descending. Now for a very important reminder, the databases section, please do not delete this. All of your information and data are stored here. If you're going to edit or delete anything, please do that in your dashboard where it's just the view section. Anything that's deleted in your databases section cannot be retrieved. So please be very careful not to delete anything under the databases section. Thank you so much for watching our walkthrough video. Please subscribe to our channel to get new updates for new walkthroughs, tutorials, and even tips on Notion. You can also get our learning guide for Notion by signing up to our newsletter, and this is free. For any questions, ask in our Notion official group, which is free to join on this link. Bye!